All right, good Monday morning. Okay, this way to start a Monday morning. I scheduled this for 9:40 p.m. So we were unable to go live on LinkedIn. I know today, I know, Kenny, I know. Yes, it says live in 11 hours. So I got off the live recording or the live interview last night with Dr. Sue and Lana, and I still had to create Reset Monday. And I was a little tired because I taught 4 back safety classes the day before, and I'd been up since 5 a.m. So forgive me. I thought I caught it. I think it toggled back because I did see it. I remember making it a.m. and then it must have toggled back. So I'm not sure how that happened. So anyway, thanks everybody for being here. I would not be here at 9:40 tonight. I would be sound asleep in bed. So I appreciate that. Uncle Al, thank you for jumping in early. Uncle Al, number one. And Kenny, it's nice to see you this morning. Gil, thanks for being here. Idaho Garden Girl, welcome in. Thank you so much. Wickershire, I saw your comment today. I didn't get a chance to get back to it. So I appreciate you going and looking and watching the other content. And yeah, I know. I feel like I'm asleep, Kenny. So it is Monday morning. So I'm like, okay, it's a good hair day. And it's let's do this. Let's do this. So Wickershire, you have a big day today? Do tell. Let's do tell. So today for Reset Monday, I want to get back to basics. I want to talk about what we need to do just to do the basic things that you need to do to get your health reset. Because after all, that's what Reset Monday is about. This is not a day for you to do gigantic, lofty things. It's a day for you to be able to take one more step forward, because as we go through the week, there's always the tendency to take a step back. So my example for me personally was that, again, I do corporate wellness training. So I had to go in and teach 4 back safety classes on Saturday. I had to be up at 5 a.m. So that really messes up my sleep. Now, I don't do that all the time. Kenny, I know you're a shift worker. And what's interesting is people who work shift, they get used to this. And so it's a matter of now, your body's not supposed to be working through the night. Your body is supposed to be sleeping. But if this is your life and this is your livelihood, then what are all the other things that you need to be doing to make sure that you're keeping that in check? So Wickershire, starting seeds, starting late. I know I haven't started seeds yet. I mean, I'm always behind the 8 ball on seeds. Good morning, Joe or Corky. Wickershire says, Paula can talk on stage on a TED Talk. I, on the hand, must be edited heavy to map out my brain. That's so funny. Did you watch my whole TED Talk, Wickershire? You can go to TEDx Detroit 2022 and you'll see the full 8 minutes. So Kenny says, I know what you mean, but even though I've been doing it for a long time, I've never really gotten used to it. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I know, because I know, and I think maybe that's just compartmentalizing. A lot of my patients who work shift, they're like, oh yeah, I'm just used to it now. But yeah, I get that. If you're not used to it, you're not used to it. So what are all the other ways you can tap into your health? Good morning, Bohemian. Nice to see you. And yes, let's see, Grow Big interview. Does Grow Big have an interview coming up with somebody cool? Or are you going to go back and watch the interview with me? But Grow Big always has something cool going on. So make sure you go do watch that. Go do watch that. I don't even know what I'm saying. That's not even good grammar. Let's see what we got. Kenny, 3, 4, 5 a.m. is still, yes, it totally is. It totally is. Yeah. I think sanity, I think our brain, like I said, I think we compartmentalize things just for sanity's sake. Right. So, oh, they interviewed Wickershire. Oh, good. Okay, good. Oh, yeah. Let me go watch that. Okay, let me get over there. I was prepping for my presentations for Saturday. So I was pretty much head down and and didn't get to watch anything last week, really. So now I'm like, but in 4 weeks, I'm doing a storytelling competition. And so I have to present a story. I have 5 minutes to do it. And it's a competition and it's local, which means if I win that one, I get to go to regional. And if I win that one, I get to go to a state competition. If I, so anyway, and then you go to national for there. So after being on the TEDx Detroit stage, I'm like game on. I want to be on bigger stages. So wish me luck on that one. I might come in and practice on you guys. And yes, awesome. I'm so glad you watched that. I'm so glad you found value in that. And she's amazing. Lana's story is amazing. And I'm looking forward to helping so many people through that information. So Kenny, you're right. We're not made to work those kind of hours. And I give them shit about it at work all the time, even though I guess I did sign up for it. I know. And you know what? It's about profits, right? So you can't make more items, more products, and more profits unless you run 3 shifts. So it's kind of interesting. You could hire more people, I guess, but then you have to have space to produce. So anyway, you're right. It's not great. So yes, thank you. Thank you for the luck. I'm going to be. I just have to figure out what's my story. I have lots of stories I could tell, but where's the impact going to be? I want it to be inspirational and funny, and I want it to be able to connect with people. Yeah, I would love to. I need a platform to practice, so why not here, right? So yes, it is all about the dollars for sure, Kenny. Let's see. So we get the radish and Ford hooks in today. Sunflowers once the soil warms and warms up and the mice will eat the seeds in the ground. Yeah, I know. It's good that we plant things for other animals, right? Hi, Kathleen Moran. Welcome in. Yes, Kenny. I know. I still have to do that boil water video for you. What was I going to make? I was going to make hummus. I'll do that this weekend. Now I have time. Thank you for the videos you help for the channel, especially with so little time you have. You're helping people make those videos and we appreciate it. And thank you so much. So if you guys don't know, so Grow Big TV, if you're not over there watching, they have been so kind to, when they do a growing guide, they ask me to do a video on what they're growing, and which falls right in line with what I do, which is helping to educate people about the nutrients in your diet, different foods, things that we should be trying to incorporate more into our diets to fill up our nutritional tank. So I'm super grateful because what Joe and Corky do is they say, hey, we're doing a growing guide on carrots. Can you do a video for us this week? And so that actually holds me accountable. Now I know they're counting on me for a video. I have missed a couple of weeks, but it's a process. And but so I know it helps them from a nutritional perspective, and in turn that helps my channel. So when we share audiences and we collaborate like that, that's really how we can all grow together. So so huge thank you. Peppers, okay, yeah. If you're for real, I'll bust it out, man. Come on. I have all the stuff. Let's go. Peppers are awesome. I love peppers. So, all right, growing guide for peppers coming for Thursday. Who does not want to be accountable? That's why you're here. We're holding you accountable. All right, it's 9:51. Let's run through 5 simple ways to be able to get your life and your health back on track. The first thing I have is meditation. I'm going to go through these kind of fast, but then I'm going to post them later. So the first thing I have is meditation. I know that is like, people are like, oh my God, that's so boring. And, you sit home with your eyes closed. But really what that is, it's a time when you can breathe. So it's carving out time that you want to be able to slow down, breathe, and help to just kind of like reconnect and reset your thoughts. It is boring and it is mind clearing. However, this is what I will say, is that I'm not one to like sit and do like long meditations. But my walks are meditative. I get out in nature. I've got the dog. We're out in a field. That clears my mind. That allows me to start thinking about, what, more like reflection on me, on my life. When I get into yoga, and yoga is a moving meditation. So a lot of people think meditation alone is or yoga is just straight up meditation, but it's actually move. Yeah, Kenny, if you were in my yoga class, no, there's no sleeping. It's you come out feeling like you got your ass kicked. But the beauty of it is there's movement. So there's very specific movements, and then they piece them all together. So they give you, let's say, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 movements to do, and you do them sequentially at your own pace using your breath. So you're practicing your breath work, just so nose breathing. And it becomes what's called a moving meditation. So when you do that, also, you are actually training your nervous system, because you're having to remember, people do crossword puzzles, and that's connecting brain signals, nervous system tracks. So that's actually really helpful to help your memory and your brain health. So yoga is a really great way to do a moving meditation, and there's different levels of it. Walking, walking out in nature. We got some beautiful weather here in Michigan, so it's a great way to just clear your mind. So it doesn't have to be sitting in a dark room, and in silence. It can be, again, I love being in a field in silence. I know a lot of times people will get out and they'll do a walk, and they'll put, headphones, AirPods in, and they'll, listen to a podcast, or they'll listen to music. And I would encourage you to not do that. I would encourage you to just be alone with your thoughts. I love to consume content. I'm constantly consuming content, educational things to help me in the next layers of my life and my business. But at a certain point, I'm like, I just need silence. Like, you have to get rid of the noise and find a quiet place. So again, whether you're going to sit in a dark room for 5 minutes and breathe by yourself, there's a lot of guided meditations you can do, or take a walk, not on a treadmill. Like, get out, like I say, get out in nature, be somewhere where you can just be, you can be quiet and you can be connected to you and your own thoughts. So that's what, when we talk about meditation, it's really important to understand that there's so many different types of meditation. And thank you, Bohemian. So meditation as a way of life, just taking time to reflect on the here and now while breathing slow. Yeah. And again, it doesn't have to be sitting. It can be, but it can be walking, moving, but get the clatter out of your ears, get rid of the headphones, be with yourself, right? There's a, what's her name? Something Oriah Dreamer. What's her name? She's a poet. I'll think of it. She's got a beautiful, beautiful poem that I discovered like 20 years ago. But she says, do you like the company you keep in the quiet moments? Something like that. I'm paraphrasing. So oftentimes I feel like people don't like to be alone with themselves and their thoughts. You have to learn to do that, because then you can purge. I get some of my best ideas and my best clarity during and after a yoga class, because I've gone in there, I'm moving, I'm sweating, I'm clearing, I'm breathing, and it gets the clutter out of my head so that I can think more clearly, and my ideas can now flow. So think about that. Get yourself to a place and time where you can get your, better thoughts, better ideas, better connection. Paula, does random crashing in your gaming chair, napping at 50 count? No, it does not. No. You guys are so funny. I enjoy meditation before bed, just to reflect on what I did and what I want to do the next day. Perfect. This is, I always say, like, journal that the night before. And another great way to improve sleep, which is on our list, is when you do this before bed and you write down all the things that are on your mind. you've given, like, oh, I have to remember to do this and that and all the other things tomorrow. Write those down, because when you don't write them down before bed, guess what? Your brain is constantly waking up in the middle of the night to make sure that you remember for the next day. But when you dump those down onto a piece of paper, you now give your brain permission to shut off. So if you're somebody who sleeps at night and you get constant brain chatter, that's a great exercise, Kathleen, is to write everything down before you go to bed so that you can give yourself permission to let it go. And then you've got proof of what you need to do the next day. So I love that. So Happy Mac, always listening to something or someone. Again, and I've had, I see like influencers and people on Instagram, and they're always like, the best time to listen to a podcast is when you're walking, and make sure you're making use of all that time, do multiply your time by doing, and I'm like, no, turn it off. Tune it out. You've got to take care of yourself and your mental health. And that's really what, this comes down to. So, I don't understand all the mutton jokes from Uncle Al. And now we've got Wickershire into the mix. Mutton seeds. You guys are so funny. Okay. So, there are, like I say, there's some guided meditations. There's something else called non-sleep deep rest. So that's important. And the next thing is drinking more water. So at least half of your body weight in ounces. Water helps flush out the toxins. It helps all your cells to function better. This is my friend of mine gave me this. I always carry a water bottle around. He owns a tent company and party rental. Anyway, but this is, I don't know, I think this is like 28 ounces. But I've already been through one of these today. So I drink tons of water. But get something like this. I like cold water. I know people are like, you shouldn't drink cold water. I've been drinking cold water my whole life. I'm super freaking healthy. So I'm all good. So drinking more water, that is one thing, especially if you don't have daily bowel movements, make sure you're drinking enough water. Water is the cheapest, easiest thing that you can be doing to improve your health. So don't neglect the water. Exercise more, get out, start moving, just move, right? And if it's winter and you got to, walk a parking lot length or go into a store and do laps around the store, you've got to get your body moving. I think everybody should be lifting weights. As we get older, we lose muscle mass. So critical to be able to maintain your muscle. So that, because that's your protective barrier against illness, against chronic diseases. So the more muscle you have, the more ability you're going to have to be able to rebound from any illness or sickness. I've got a little sinus-y thing going on here. And I'm like, I'm doing all the things. I'm taking all my nutrients. I'm exercising. I'm moving cardiovascularly, just trying to flush out any toxins that are in my body, drinking all the water, attempting to get really great sleep. But, start moving your body, getting the weights on deck so that you can, build that muscle, you guys. Right? Are guns allowed in here? Sorry. I just had to say that. Okay. Kenny says, I always make the drive home from work, quiet time, no radio music. In fact, that's at 3:30. Got to watch for wildlife, but just silence. So for sure, I do that too. Like at night, like you got to turn the radio down because there is wildlife. But you're so right. Like after a long day for me, that's meditative, right? We don't want to fall asleep at the wheel, but I'm talking to people all day. I'm listening to everybody's problems. I'm putting my hands on people. I'm feeling all their traumas and tension. So at the end of a long day for me, a lot of times my ride home is silence for that same reason. I'm tuning out. I'm tuning in. I'm tapping into myself. I'm just allowing my brain just that time to rest. So silence is powerful. I'm only going to drink cold water. Who finds no, like it gives me a scratchy throat. It's the weirdest thing. So you drink 6 cups of coffee? No, it's not water. Plus I'm on the toilet. Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah, we need to talk. So, cause that's not normal either. You've got some gut issues. You need more water. Let's see. And Gil's going to get on his Gazelle. So yeah, that's right. So get on the Gazelle with or without music. That's right. When I'm like in the gym and I'm on the Stairmaster or on the, I'm on the treadmill, I have to listen to something because I can't deal with the sounds of the gym. It's too like oddly loud. It's not even white noise. I'm the same way, Bohemian. I drink way more water when it's cold. I'm gonna have to like break that down, cold water versus warm water. Tampons and silver solutions. Yeah, no tampons. Don't need it's not dripping out. But silver, I just pulled up my order list. I'm ordering more silver today. So silver is amazing for illnesses. So yes, I was flexing. Yes, I was flexing. Yeah, everything matters and it all adds up, which is why I just wanted to say that it's, when you take these just simple things, like it's back to basics. There are no fad diets. There's nothing fancy. It's just literally small things that you need to be doing. Getting better sleep. I've done videos on sleep. I'll get deeper into that. I think I'm going to do sleep next week for us. But the last thing that I want to leave us with is eating healthy. So really looking at what you're eating. Are you eating a lot of processed foods? Are you, is it coming from a package or is it fresh? It's, I was super proud of my kid. She went down to Fort Lauderdale with her friends for spring break, and she and her friend went out and they drove, and they came home and she was like, okay, we have road snacks. And they got like, they got homemade wrapped sandwiches. And so, a fresh sandwich, not because she's like, I'm not stopping for fast food. She got some cucumbers and some carrots, and she got what else did she get? I don't know. She got like this super healthy spread to take on the road, waters. And I was super proud of her. She's 19 years old and she's going down with her 2 other friends. And she's like, no, we're not stopping. She's telling her friends, we're not stopping for fast food. Although her one friend, she was like, yes, I got, we have Coke for you. Her friend drinks Coke. And so we have to get this other kid off of Coke because she has all these multiple health issues and can't figure it out. Anyway, so let's see. Got a tampon garden hair. Use them in a bigger growing pot. I don't even know. I know they hold moisture. Okay. All right. People are going to start to come in here and they're going to wonder why I'm talking about tampons. Okay. And be like, wrong office. All right, you guys, you're amazing. Thanks for always showing up for me. Happy Reset Monday. I'll see you Thursday for Chiropractic is Sexy. And if there's anything you need from me, you want a certain video, you want some content, you want a certain topic, please let me know. I am here for you. And I always appreciate you being here for me. So thanks again. Happy Reset Monday. Have an amazing week. Talk to you soon. Bye.